You don't mind if I go off teleprompter like a lot, do you? So much more exciting. So much more. But the head of Hungary, a very tough, strong guy, Viktor Orban. They were interviewing him 2 weeks ago, and they said, what would you advise President Obama? The whole world seems to be exploding and imploding. And he said, it's very simple. He should immediately resign, and they should replace him with President Trump, who kept the world safe.
And now they're getting hit very hard by the North. And I'm really shocked that the Obama administration can be out there saying, I hope they don't attack from the North. Why are they doing that? How stupid a statement.
Arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. This is the same thing. The country is very divided. And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. We beat Hillary Clinton.
Country is divided. Yeah, it's divided between people who think that Obama is still president for some reason and people who know that that's not true and hasn't been true for many years. Anyway, there are big divisions, and his brain has some trubs, clearly. He keeps mixing up Joe Biden and Barack Obama. In fact, at least 7 times in recent months, he has made that very specific flub. And so you combine that with his advanced age and the fact that he has never once in his life shown any interest whatsoever in maintaining the health of his body or his mind. And some people are concerned about his cognitive state. Is he actually capable of doing this job? You can also add in that he's constantly attacking Joe Biden for the same thing. And we know that Donald Trump is a guy who reflexively projects like no one else in American history. But don't worry about all that. He's got an explanation for all the flubs that you've seen. He put up a far too long truth whenever I sarcastically insert the name Obama for Biden as an indication that others may actually be having a very big influence in running our capital C country. Ron DeSanctimonious and his failing campaign apparatus, together with the Democrats, go wild saying that Trump doesn't know the name of our president. Crooked Joe Biden. He must be cognitively impaired. No, I know both names very well. Never mix them up and know that they are destroying our country. Also, and as reported, I just took a cognitive test as part of my capital P physical exam and aced it. Also aced a perfect score, one taken while I'm the president. That was, of course, the camera woman man, blah, blah, blah. So it is not that his brain is Swiss cheese. It's not, leaking out of his ears. He's just being sarcastic. Adrienne, do you buy that? And perhaps more importantly, so I think I know the answer to that. Do you think that conservatives will buy that as an explanation?
I think conservatives are okay with being lied to their face, because I actually think the vast majority of people are okay with that. So I think as long as they think it sits in their interest in the end game, why acknowledge this reality? As far as his cognitive decline, I don't know that man has all been there to begin with. Like his just appreciation for reality, his willingness to fabricate things. I don't know if there's ever been an instance or a situation where he has been candid or honest in any way. Maybe one of his wives has seen it. It's kind of like the sighting of some kind of Loch Ness monster. It maybe only comes up every 1,000 years. And so I just don't know that if this man is really on a cognitive decline or if he's just leaning into truly who he is. Either way, I just really want to see him in handcuffs and put away somewhere where he cannot hurt us all by being in a position of leadership.
Yeah. Sign me up. Has he ever been honest? We don't know behind closed doors. You're right. Maybe with his wife or something. We do know he seemed to be pretty honest in the Access Hollywood tape when he didn't know the audio was getting out. That seems consistent with the rest of his life. But so I cannot say for sure, dear viewers, and whether it's just sarcasm or not. I mean, saying that Obama is actually president would fit in with right-wing conspiracy theories. So that's true. I mean, you saw the video and that does not appear to be what he was doing. But even if that is what he is doing, saying Obama purposefully, sarcastically, to get Joe Biden, then that answers that issue with his brain. It doesn't answer some of the others. And look, I don't have the time to put together a comprehensive list of his other little cognitive flubs, but here are a few to consider. He recently forgot what state he was in and needed to be told in real time that it was not the state he thought. He said he'd never said that he would use special forces to attack drug cartels, even though he has done that multiple times enthusiastically. He has mixed up Kristi Noem and Nikki Haley. He's mixed up RFK Jr. and JFK Jr. He's mixed up George W. Bush and Joe Biden. He confused George W. Bush and Jeb Bush. He said that Joe Biden would get us into World War II. He said that Hunter Biden got paid by Afghanistan, when the conspiracy theories are that he got paid by Ukraine or maybe China, but not Afghanistan. He's mixed up the leadership of China and North Korea. He called Viktor Orban the leader of Turkey. He said that Hungary borders Russia when it's 1,000 kilometers away at the shortest. So there's a lot of stuff in there, and I'm not exactly sure where sarcasm fits into some of that. Maybe some of that would be funny, sarcastically. I don't get the World War II thing as sarcasm. I don't get the Kristi Noem and Nikki Haley thing as sarcasm. So I would say adding a little bit of political sarcastic Occam's razor to this, I think the simplest explanation is that he is a guy who didn't have a particularly strong mind when his body was at its best, and we're now decades on from that. And that, the passage of time combined with a diet of hamburgers over literally decades, probably has resulted in some cognitive decline, which face all of us in the future. I'm feeling a little bit of it too right now. I think that is a better explanation.
Yes, and the worst part is he doesn't even drink. I'm just like, at least be like, hey, I'm hungover or I had a little bit to drink. Nope, man has been sober as a jaybird.
If he was partying it up and then making little flubs, or if we believe that like he was an engaged father to Barron or something, so he was like having late nights, like JR is tired all the time. He's got, a kid, but no, that's not it. That's just who he is. But anyway, despite all of that, we have a poll about what people think about cognitive decline and all that with these candidates. So on Thursday, this poll from News Nation Decision Desk found that more than half of voters, 52%, were very concerned about Biden's cognitive health affecting his ability to serve another term. 38.2% said the same for Trump. Additionally, more voters said they were not at all concerned about Trump's cognitive health. That's 23% compared to Biden's. So yeah, look, I would say that 23% about Trump could very well just be the 23% of the country that think that Trump could literally do no wrong, that he is God incarnate. So that's possibly true. And in terms of the overall evaluation of voters, I think it's that we have lower expectations for Trump, and there's been a lot more focus on Biden. I think it's a combination of those two things. They both make gaffes all the time. They both had weird physical things happen. They're both super old and arguably not in great shape, although Biden at least still riding bikes around from time to time. We're gonna have to see on into the election if this becomes a part of the advertising against Trump. Maybe that can get through to people. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, and I think you're right. Unfortunately, the age thing, I think, is the strongest argument Trump has going for him. As ageist as it is, the reality is you do decline, and it takes a lot off your body to be president. And like Cenk has said, I completely agree. I think it's very selfish of Biden to even try to run again. I think it's gross.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.